You've probably done the research. You've watched the YouTube videos, maybe you've scrolled through the Reddit threads, and you feel ready. But here's the problem. A lot of what you think you know about Thailand is either wrong, outdated, or so exaggerated in one direction or the other that it's practically useless when you actually land. Let me give you a quick reality check on the most common wrong assumptions guys carry into their first Thailand trip, so you can arrive with an accurate mental model instead of a head full of myths. Wrong assumption number one. Thailand is basically a fantasy world where everything is perfect. You know, some guys show up expecting Thailand to be a magical place where every problem disappears, every interaction you have with Thai girls is amazing, and the experience is flawless from the moment they land. Well, it is not. Thailand is a real country with real challenges, real traffic, real heat, noise, and real complexity. Bangkok traffic at rush hour is genuinely one of the most brutal experiences you can have in a major city. The humidity in certain months is intense. The tourist areas have people aggressively selling you things that you don't want. There's scams that exist, and of course bad experiences are possible. None of that cancels out how incredible Thailand can be. But going in with the everything will be perfect mindset sets you up for a jarring reality check on day one when you're sitting in a taxi that hasn't moved in 20 minutes. So here's the fix, quite easy. Arrive with realistic expectations. Thailand is an amazing place. It's going to be an amazing trip for you, especially if this is your first time. It is not a fantasy, so prepare for some friction, and the moments of genuine amazement hit so much harder when you're not expecting everything to be perfect. Wrong assumption number two. I don't need to prepare anything. It all just happens naturally. This is the opposite mistake from over planning, and it's surprisingly common. The idea is this, Thailand is easy and it's so full of options that you can just show up and wing it. You book a random hotel, you figure out the rest when you land, and everything will fall into place. Sometimes this works, especially if you're experienced. Often it doesn't. Without a basic knowledge of where to stay, you probably end up in the wrong area. Without a sense of how the scene works, you waste your first 2 nights being confused and disoriented. Without apps already set up on your phone, you spend days building your profile and waiting for results when you could have had conversations going before you even arrive in Thailand. There's a middle ground between obsessive overplanning and zero preparation. You want to land knowing, what area you're staying in and why, the basic layout of the different nightlife zones, how apps like ThaiFriendly work in Thailand, and what a reasonable nightly budget looks like. A couple of hours of decent research saves you days of trial and error on the ground. Wrong assumption number three. All the girls in nightlife are miserable and desperate. The Western narrative around this whole industry tends to paint every woman in the industry as a victim with zero agency, desperately hopping from bar to bar to work at different bars, and just in general hoping to be rescued by a Western man. Well, this is not the reality most guys encounter in Thailand, because the women working in Bangkok and Pattaya nightlife are for the most part adults who made a deliberate economic choice. Many of them make more money in a month than their counterparts working in office jobs in Bangkok, for example. Many of them support their families, put siblings through school, and have more financial independence than the average Thai office worker. Now, are there complicated circumstances behind some of those choices? I'm sure. It's a nuanced topic, but showing up in Thailand with sort of like a savior complex, convinced that you're going to rescue these women, or that every smile is just a performance, I would say it's both inaccurate and patronizing. So go in with respect, treat people well, pay fairly, and enjoy what Thailand has to offer. That's it. Wrong assumption number four. It's only about nightlife. If you go to Thailand with nightlife as your only lens, I will say you will miss a certain part of this incredible country. The food alone is worth the trip. Thai food in Thailand, not the export version you get back home, is on a completely different level. The street food in Bangkok is some of the best food on the planet. The markets, the temples, floating markets, the islands, nature. Thailand is extraordinarily amazing across multiple dimensions. Even from a purely pragmatic standpoint, having real daytime activities makes your trip better. If you're more rested, going into nights when you've had a good day, that makes all the difference. You're more confident and interesting when you've actually done things rather than sitting in your hotel all day just waiting for the nighttime to arrive. Bangkok daytime is generally great. You have different, weekend markets, the Grand Palace, Lumpini Park, MBK Center, all the different shopping centers, some of them very high-end, rooftop bars at sunset. Give yourself things to do during the day and you will have a much fuller experience. Wrong assumption, number 5. The girls on apps are all working girls with hidden agendas. Don't get me wrong, a lot of them are, but not all of them. Bangkok is a city of millions of people. ThaiFriendly and similar apps have a broad, diverse user base that includes students, office workers, nurses, teachers, freelancers, and girls from every walk of life who are simply open to meeting someone interesting. The assumption that every girl on a Thai dating app is either a working girl or running a scam is both wrong and self-defeating. I mean, there are places where a high percentage of girls are actually working girls. If you open up Tinder, ThaiFriendly in Pattaya, for example, that's the case. But guys who carry this assumption into every conversation come across as suspicious, guarded, and generally unlikable, and then wonder why they're not getting anywhere. So run the apps with some good faith, I would say, the same faith that you would bring to any dating situation. Be alert to red flags, money requests, suspicious patterns, catfishing, behavior, but don't treat every match as a guilty suspect. The apps can genuinely produce some of the best experiences of your Thailand trip. Wrong assumption number 6. Once you've done Bangkok, you've done Thailand. Bangkok is not Thailand, obviously. It's one extraordinary city in a country with so many options. Chiang Mai has a completely different personality, cooler, slower, with sort of like an arts scene and incredible markets. You have Koh Samui, all the different islands that offer beach life that's completely different to what you will get in Phuket. Pai up in the mountains is for guys who want something completely different from the city life. And of course, Pattaya is sort of like its own unique world. If Thailand hooks you, and it usually does, there are years worth of experiences waiting beyond Bangkok. I would say the mindset that makes everything work is this. The guys who have the best time in Thailand are not necessarily the most experienced or the most well-researched. They're the guys who show up with an open mind. They have reasonable expectations and a genuine sense of curiosity about a place that really operates on a completely different set of rules from anything that they know. So I would say go prepared, but stay flexible. Know the basics, but don't over-engineer the trip. Have a plan, but don't grip it so tightly that you cannot change direction when something unexpected and amazing presents itself. That's the mindset. The rest figures itself out.